Hello? Good. Hello and welcome to my kitchen corner. I created this kitchen corner about a month ago and it's very quickly become my favorite place in my whole entire apartment. I spent 5 hours this morning reading Harry Potter in this very corner, drinking coffee, eating some oranges. I enjoyed it so much so that I accidentally was 40 minutes late to my meeting. Good Conan. So good. Great. Good job, Conan. I was so embarrassed. Anywho, today I thought I would paint. No, Conan. The cap is off. Let me just, Anyways, what I was saying before that happened, I thought I would paint my nails today. It has been a hot second since I've painted my nails, and I've gotten lots of suggestions on what colors I should paint my nails and stuff like that. Let's give it another go. I've had a very, very, very busy week also, so I didn't really have much of a plan on what I was gonna do, and I thought I would just sit down and chat with y'all. I'm planning on painting little, like, shapes and things on my fingers. I'm not really sure. From what I have collected from the comments and from Simply Nailogical videos, you can use tape in order to mask and kind of like make shapes and stuff. So I'm gonna give it a try. We'll see what happens. I really want to do like triangles and squares and circles, but more than likely it's not gonna work. But you know, you know what I mean? Okay, I've had a very long week. I can't even talk. I'm gonna do some blue and some red and maybe a little white. I'm not sure. We'll just try. Also, I have no clue how I'm gonna do my other hand. Today, I kind of want to talk a little bit about mean people and my experience with mean people and how I stopped caring about mean people and how I got to a point where now I can paint my nails on the internet in front of hundreds of thousands of people and not even blink an eye. I can't blink for the rest of this video. First up, I'm going to make a square on my thumb because I feel like there's a lot of real estate on the thumb when it comes to nails, and I think a square will fit nicely. So for those of you who are not aware, I was not always this cool and relaxed and chill and amazing and popular. In fact, most of my life I was very, very viciously bullied. Pretty badly, to a point where I almost had to leave school. It was pretty bad. I can look back at it now and laugh, but it was very, very bad. I was bullied a lot in school, and I think a lot of people have similar experiences. Let's try to put this square together on my nail. Aha! This is already hard and I'm already tired. Can you see that? Can you see my thumb? It's covered in tape. Let's do a blue square. My whole life I was bullied a lot by the kids in school. Everyone just hated me. For some reason, I didn't even talk, so I don't know what they had to hate me for. I was just really dweebish. I was also like the only Asian in my whole school because I went to school in the middle of Texas. So I was just weird and they wanted someone to pick on and I was chosen as the one. I think that worked. It needs 2 layers because this nail polish sucks. No offense, Miracle Gel, but your pigmentation could be a little better. I remember very distinctly getting bullied a lot and then going to my parents or going to an adult and wanting to get their help, but always kind of getting a similar answer, which was get over it. It's really hard for a kid to just hear the words get over it and just get over it. It doesn't really work like that. You don't just get over getting locked into the bathroom with the lights off and not being able to see anything and running into things and like all these boys surrounding you. Like you just don't get over that kind of stuff. And so I always felt like nobody even cared that I was going through terrible things. But as I've gotten older, I've realized that in that really crude saying, get over it, there is a tiny bit of truth. Just a tiny bit, not that much. I'm just trying to make light of the situation here. As I've gotten older, I've realized people are always gonna be mean. There are mean people everywhere. For as long as you exist, there's always mean people. Even now, as an adult who lives in his own apartment and has a job and goes to school, there are still mean people that are just mean for no reason. I think that when adults told me, get over it, it wasn't really like, oh, you're just being weak. Stop being so childish, just get over it. I think it should be more of like a, oh, you'll get over it. You'll get past this era of your life where people being mean to you matters. There was this really big campaign that was going on while I was in school, and it was this campaign named It Gets Better. Sorry, I have to do a second layer now. According to Miss Simply Nailogical, I'm supposed to take off the tape while it's still wet, so I'm praying right now. Please work, please, please, please. Hey, not that bad, not that bad. I can clean that up. Yeah, not that bad. Okay, I'm satisfied. Okay, everything's fine. So in this campaign named It Gets Better, I remember seeing these campaigns and thinking, wow, being an adult must be amazing. No one's ever mean to you. It gets better. But then as I was getting older, I was like, it's not getting better. Everyone's mean and everyone hates me. Why isn't it getting better? But the truth is, it doesn't get better. People are always gonna be mean. And that's just the sad truth. But they aren't lying in the campaign. The bullying, the people being foul and people being rude, people being ignorant, it doesn't get better. But what does get better is you being able to handle it. And it's you being able to realize that people being mean are just dumb, are just sad, and have nothing better to do with their lives. It doesn't get better. Bullying doesn't get better. You get better. And that is very, very true now. I'm gonna try to do a triangle on my pointer finger. Very fitting because you point at things with this finger. Puns. I found that making videos was a very, very massive stepping stone in me realizing that what people say about you just doesn't matter. Oh no, not decent at all. That's totally like not the center of my nail at all. Ooh, that's very red. Oh, and that's bleeding. It's really ugly. Okay, I'll fix it. I'll fix it later. I have nail polish remover. Everything's fine. I don't even remember what I was talking about. By making videos online, I realized that no matter what I did, it didn't matter if I was flipping off the whole world and kicking puppies, or if I was feeding the homeless. It didn't matter what I was doing, which I've done neither of those things on a video before. Didn't matter what I was doing, there were always people giving me their opinions on what I was doing. Whether that was good opinions or bad opinions, there were constantly all this information about, hey, I think that thing that you did, I think this about it. And it was really overwhelming. It was like, okay, I didn't ask for your opinion, but that's cool. Thanks if it was a nice thing, but then if it was a terrible thing, like, hey, I hate you, go die in a hole, I was like, oh, sure, if you say so. There were just constantly these opinions, and I couldn't get away from them. Then eventually, after so long of doing this, I've been doing this for 10 years now, the information just flies by me. So in a way, I have gotten over it. I have gotten over that part of my life where what people said to me mattered, and it does get better because I've gotten better at being able to take a hit and at being able to realize that hurt people are the ones who like to hurt other people and sad people are the ones who like to make other people sad. I don't hate my bullies. I think I've learned a lot through them, and it's just a shame that they feel like they have to inflict pain on other people in order to make themselves feel better. In a crooked, twisted way, it doesn't get better, but you do get better. Oh, that car thinks so too. There's no way I'm gonna finish these nails in one day. This is like a 9-day nail project that I need to be fully invested in. So far we have 2 nails and it's been 20 minutes. I saw this quote somewhere that really just made so much sense to me. I think I have it on my phone. I think I do. Here is the quote. I don't know who said this quote. It says, "To avoid criticism, say nothing, do nothing, be nothing." And that's the truth. If you don't want to get criticized, if you don't want people getting in your face, if you don't want people who are just gonna go up to you and say, hey, I hate you, you could very easily do that by just not existing. By just being invisible and saying nothing and doing nothing and not even being a human, maybe being an air molecule, that might work. People are always going to be saying stuff about you. So in a way, it just can't matter, because if it does matter too much, then you're never going to be able to function. So since they're gonna be mad no matter what, why not just do whatever you want? Why not just live as unapologetically as you can? Why not be completely yourself? Because I've been to both sides of that spectrum. I have hidden and been as tiny and blended in as I possibly could be, and I've also been as loud and proud of who I am as I can be. And on both ends of that world, I was always getting criticized. I would much rather someone say, hey, I hate you, but me be living a good life where I'm like living, I have friends, than someone be like, hey, I hate you, and me being like, wow, I hate me too because I'm not who I am. I don't feel like myself. It's a very easy thing to say and a very hard thing to do, to just ignore people being mean to you, and I totally realize that. I don't want to come off as insensitive by saying, oh, why not? Because it's a really hard thing, and I totally understand that. It took a very, very long time for me to be able to actually be like, oh, why not? And although you may think right now, oh, why not? Don't worry if it takes a very long time for you to just actually live like why not, because it's hard. I'm gonna finish up these nails, probably while I'm watching a movie, because this is taking a very, very long time. It was a much larger endeavor than I realized. You can't even see. They're so cute. Okay, bye. Thank you so much for watching this video. If anyone has anything to say about being bullied or about how your perspective on people being mean has changed, I'd love to hear it in the comments below, and I think that people who are going through it would love to hear it as well. It does get better because you get better, and I got better, and if you're being bullied right now, I promise that it will get better. That is all I have to say. I'll see you guys in a couple days with a brand new video. There's tape on my thumb. God bless and goodbye! Pew.